basically like iPhone. So all the communication thing you just
Is this going?
Yeah.
Okay. Center ice face off. Hiram collects the puck, sends it up the wall. Swung around by Omaha and into the zone. Puck's in deep as Hiram goes to collect it around the net, chips it up the wall. Brianna works along the wall, tries to get it out. Turned around by Nolan. Kyle's going to not quite get there, but Hiram picks it up. Tries to play it out. Kept in by Omaha, sent on net. Turned away by Kenton. In front of the net, 3 Stars trying to get that puck out of there, and they finally do. Poked away by Nolan, but it's held in the zone. Steven chips up the wall. Omaha goes to collect on the side and keeps it in the zone. Bree works to get it out. Another shot just wide. Picked up by Omaha again. Tries to send it in front, but Steven gets it out of the zone, chips it away, but it gets too far from Omaha, gets it right back in. Cross ice pass from Hiram over to Brianna. She tries to skate up, loses the puck a little bit. There's no sound.
Good. It's not very
Test. Got another goal? It's better now? Okay. Scores 2-0 Omaha. If you're just tuning in, 9:44 left in the first period. We've got Calvin, Luke, and Carson as our forwards, with Harper and Miles as our D. Kenton still in net. Looks like we're going to get a first possession for the Scouts here as Calvin chips it in deep. Carson and Luke get in there, try to hold this in the zone for a bit. Nice job of Luke poking that away. Swung around by Omaha. Looks like Calvin's going to make it. Slows it up a little bit, but Omaha is going to get this puck out of the zone through the neutral zone in a hurry. Shot on net. Kenton swallows it up. And a change coming for the Scouts. Hudson, Pelly, Parker, Owen, and Hiram. Scouts working hard in the corner, gets that puck around the net. Hiram chips it up the wall, and it's going to make it out of the zone. No, we've got a penalty. That's going to be on Omaha. I believe that's the one that happened right here in front of us as they shoved Hudson into the boards. Scouts going on a power play. We've got Steven in for Parker, and the rest will stay the same. Played out by Omaha. Miles turns and looks, plays it back up the wall over to Pelly. Pelly gets it into the zone, sends it over to Hudson, shoots it over the net. Steven's there to pick it up and send it back in deep. Sent to the middle, whiffed on. And Omaha clears again. Miles picks up the puck again, turns and looks. Sends it back over to Steven, played up to Hudson, and Hudson's going to get this thing in the zone. Skates it wide, deep, sends it to the middle, front of the net, nothing there. Steven turns and shoots, turned away by Omaha's goalie. Hudson picks it up behind the net again. Send back down low to Pelly. Back over to Hudson. Just looking for some open ice here. Set in front of the net. There it is. I believe that's going to be Pelly on the shot there, likely assisted by Hudson, possibly Steven as well. Nice job for the Scouts to bounce back after being down 2-0 in the first 3 minutes. We've got Kyle, Bree, and Steven as the forwards, with Hiram and Harper on defense. Steven on a forecheck here, but Omaha's going to get this thing out and turned over to Hiram. Turns and looks, trying to find space here. Good forecheck by Omaha. Hiram chips it up the wall. Steven's going to have a little bit of time here. Loses the puck along the wall, tries to get it out. Kyle's right there. Puck stays in the zone. Omaha chips it D to D. And an errant pass takes him out of the zone. They'll look to regroup here. Plays it up the wall, gets out of the zone, and Omaha's going to be able to pick this up with time and room. Change coming for the Scouts. Miles jumps in on D with Nolan. Luke, Calvin, and Carson in it forward. Poked away. Calvin's going to be able to collect this thing. Has a chance right here. Sends it over to Luke, and it's into his skates. He's not able to handle it. And the Scouts are going to go outside. Center ice face-off coming here. Puck is dropped, and Omaha picks it up, carries into the zone, shoots, deflected, still on net. Kenton turns that away. Omaha sends that back in deep, but Miles is there to play it back up the wall. And a little too far up. Omaha tries to send a pass down to the goal line. It's sent below the goal line. Omaha works behind the net now with Miles pressuring. He's able to get that puck. Rims it around the board with Carson, who's got plenty of time here. Looks up, plays it over to Luke, and Luke's going to try to get this thing through the neutral zone with some speed here. Nope. Bounces off the wall. Calvin picks it up, sends it over to Carson. And Carson sends it deep into the zone. Hudson's in on a forecheck real quick here. Parker's jumping in to join him. Does a nice job. Parker picks it up. He's got a shot here. Turned away by the goalie, I believe. Parker picks it up, plays it back to Hudson, and it's shot on net, but turned away. Good pressure from the Scouts here who are trying to bang one in off a rebound. Nothing yet. Pelly turns and collects back in on net. And Omaha's goalie finally gives himself a break here. Nice sequence by the Scouts.
Is that any better? I'll have to ask her.
5:37 left in the first period here. 2-1. Omaha in the lead. Hudson wins a faceoff down to the corner and picks it up. Skates around the net. Lots of pressure from Omaha's defense. Parker's going to chip that back in down to Hudson. Tries to cut, gets a puck back. Tries to shoot and gets tied up pretty quick. Chipped out by Omaha, but it's going to go right to Hiram. Chips it up the wall and takes a funky bounce into the middle of the ice. Omaha sends it D to D. Look to get a breakout here. Nice forecheck by Parker. Hudson's going to pick this up. Parker touches up and they carry in. Hudson sends it deep. Hudson Pelly go for changes as Parker's in on a forecheck here. Parker finishes up this line's change, and we've got Steven, Bree, and Kyle as Omaha carries the puck offside. Is that working now? Okay. Neutral zone faceoff is dropped. Omaha picks it up, puts a puck on net. Kenton with another save. Lots of pressure from Omaha here, getting plenty of shots on net. Miles plays the puck around to Kyle, but it jumps over his stick. Shot sent in and blocked by Miles. Kyle's going to chip this thing out of the zone. Icing call unless it's waved off. It's going to make it all the way down. 4:30 left in the first, 2-1, Omaha.
Oh, I heard his power play thing earlier.
It was over pretty quick. We scored. Harper rims his puck around to Brianna, turns and looks, chips it up the wall, but kept in by Omaha, sent on net. Harper tips that thing, a little dangerous there, but no harm. Back again, same sequence here, D to D this time. Omaha sends another puck in, blocked by Kyle. Pass back. Harper's got time here, and he's going to look to play it up the wall to Brianna. Nope, turned over, sent to the middle, but blocked. Kyle chips this up, has a chance at it. Looks like, nope, Omaha's going to make it there first. They pick it up and carry into the zone. Nice back check there from Kyle as Harper stands him up on D. Brianna's got the puck here. Dangles one person, sends it up to Steven, who's going to carry this. No, possibly push from behind there. Don't believe he just fell, but no call. Another puck tipped, and it hits the pipe. Scouts got to be careful about tipping these pucks here, changing the trajectory for Kenton. Nolan hustles to the wall, pokes it up the wall, and plays it to Carson. Carson sends it up to Luke, but it's just wide. Chipped back in by Omaha. Hiram picks it up, comes behind the net, throws it to Carson, who sends it up the ice, but it's deflected. Still gets to Calvin, and Calvin tries to get this in the zone. Can't make it. And Omaha's going to carry in with speed. Tries to send it to the middle, but it's deflected again by the Scouts. Calvin picks a puck up, chips it up the wall once, does it again, and he's not able to get it out of the zone. No, he is. Offside. Offside.
Yes, just for the whole.
It was Kelly, right?
Yeah, I was looking for a mouthpiece.
Yeah. We've got Miles and Owen on defense with Parker Pelly and Hudson as our forwards. Owen plays this puck up the wall, but not able to make it out. Omaha takes a shot just wide. Parker hustles over and is played back to the defense. Omaha's looking to shoot, but it's deflected. Pelly plays this puck through the middle, gets it out of our zone, chips it in, gets it deep, and look, the Scouts will go to work on a forecheck. Pelly's the first one there. Parker also there, but Omaha is able to get this. Nope. Good keep here as I believe it's Miles there, keeping that puck in the zone for the Scouts. Chip back in by Parker. Miles collects this puck, turns and looks, plays it up the wall, and it gets through everyone. It's going to be an icing call. Full change for the Scouts with Kyle, Steven, Brianna, Hiram, and Harper. Got an Omaha offensive zone faceoff coming here after the icing call. Tied up in the middle and poked away. Steven gets it over to Brianna. Kyle leaks out and has one defender to beat. Chooses to chip that puck into the zone deep, and Scouts will go in on a forecheck. Omaha gets that puck out of the zone in a hurry and into ours. Through the middle. Pass, but it's shot over the net. Pretty good offensive sequence from Omaha there. Bree handles the puck and chips it out of the zone. Kyle's going to get first one on the forecheck here. Steven picks it up from there. Omaha looks to break out. Pretty good spacing on their breakout. Good passing from them, too, as they're able to get these pucks out of the zone in a hurry. Chips it forward into the corner for Omaha. He tries to throw it back in the middle, but it's blocked by Harper and sent up the wall. Defender comes in, picks it up, tries to throw one in on net. Swatted down by Hiram. Back up to Omaha's D, who shoots it back in. Tipped and saved by Kenton. Really nice play to pick up the deflected puck there. Hiram chips it up the wall to Brianna. She turns and looks. Tries to send one to Kyle. It does get out of the zone, but not to Kyle. And Omaha's offside again. .42 seconds left in the first. Still 2-1. Scouts down by 1 here. Calvin, Luke, Carson, Nolan, and Miles. Your 5 players on the ice right now. Omaha wins that puck forward, but turned away by Miles and Carson. Nolan chips that puck up the wall. Calvin's trying to make it. Does not get there. Calvin working to play this thing out of the zone. Does get it out of there. Omaha picks it up, sends it D to D here. And they're just going to chip it up the wall offside. "15 seconds left here. Center ice face-off. Luke ties that up and sends it back to Miles. Miles is going to play that up the wall, and it's chipped over the wall and out of bounds. Puck went over the glass. Luke wins another face-off back to Nolan, who sends it in the zone, and that should kill the rest of this period off. Well, we're back in the second period here. Puck was just dropped. Scouts have possession. It's turned over in the neutral zone as Omaha picks it up and skates it up the zone and sends it back in deep. Chipped along the wall by Miles over to Harper, and Pelly's going to work to win this puck. Sends it up the ice to Parker, who plays it into the zone, picks it up, beats one defender, but it's poked away. Parker working under the goal line now to stick with. Really tough there. Sends it to the front of the net, poked away by the goalie. Miles works on the Omaha player here. Parker's going to pick this puck off the wall, sends it cross ice over to Pelly, but doesn't quite make it. And forecheck coming from Pelly here. Omaha chips that out of the zone, but Miles is right there. Miles sends it over to Steven, and Harper's going to pick this puck up, send it in deep. Brianna's going to be the first one there. Kyle goes to the center of the ice, returns, sends it on net. Rebound produced. Kyle tries to send it back in, but it's deflected. Omaha plays it up the wall. Bree gives him a nice little shove there. Steven plays the puck, working in the corner now. And Omaha picks that puck up, chips it up the wall. Sent cross ice, and it's a 2-on-1 for Omaha. Nope, 2-on-2 now. Makes a move, toe drags into the middle, tries it again, but loses the puck this time. Sent back up to a defender that is not there, so they're going to come out of the zone and regroup. D-to-D pass here as they look up the wall and send it cross ice. We've got Kyle, Steven, Brianna, Harper, and Hiram on, and a puck sent on net. Kenton wraps it up and sends it away. Looks like he had a glove on it, but it snuck out from underneath. Omaha sends a puck in, but it looks like it may have hit the netting. I realize Omaha had a grown man in goal.
Do you remember him from last year?
No, I don't.
He was like hanging on over to you. Hit that.
We've got Calvin, Luke, and Carson in as forwards. Ooh, contact behind the net there. No penalty, though. Just two skaters running into each other. Luke's going to pick this puck up, tries to chip it out, and does. But Omaha there to pick up quickly. Calvin trying to play the puck back through the neutral zone, and Luke's going to take this thing, try to carry it over the blue line. Not able to do so. Owen picks it up, sends it over to Carson. Carson rims it around the net. Hiram's the first one there. And Omaha's got us pinned in the zone. Not anymore. Hiram picks his puck up, and he's going to take a skate here. Plays strong up the wall, sheds off a couple of defenders here. Stops and makes a move, but the puck gets too far away from him. Hiram gets a stick in the skates there. I think he gets away with one. Hudson picks it up. He looks to shoot, does, produces a rebound, but it's too far away for anyone to get. Calvin runs into an Omaha player here as the puck is poked away. Omaha picks the puck up and sends it in deep.
Get off. Get him on.
Scouts battling to get this puck up the wall and out of the zone here, and they finally do. Hudson Lee's going to carry this through the neutral zone, sends it off the wall wide, but it's picked up by an Omaha defenseman who chips it up. Harper takes it, tries to play it back in, but doesn't get enough of it. Scouts are in, onside. Pelly in pursuit on the forecheck here, doing a good job, pokes it away. Parker picks it up, tries to play it back in the zone. Chipped around by Omaha and collected by their right winger. He sends it back to their D. No forecheck from the Scouts here. Now we finally get one in. Parker tries to get a poke there, but it's through. And Omaha breaks out. Carries a puck and sends it back to the middle to a defender or an offensive player who shoots it and it goes wide. Parker gets to the puck here, chips it out of the does not make it. Does make it out of the zone. Waiting for everyone to regroup. Carries in, looks to shoot, does, but it's wide. Parker drops down as we don't have a right side defender right now. Now we've recovered. Almost plays it back up to the point, sends it in on net, and Kenton's going to grab it. Got Kyle, Steven, Brianna, Nolan, and Hiram in the game right now. 7:12 left in the second period. Still 2-1. Puck is played up the wall as Kyle comes up, tries to put pressure on the defenseman, and blocks a shot. Hiram working in the corner. Steven picks it up, skates with it, but loses it. Omaha sends it to the front of the net. Shot and deflected away. Back up to the D, but it's too hard, and it's going to be into the offensive zones for the Scouts as Bree is hustling her ass off here to get there. Doesn't quite make it. Kept into the zone by Nolan, and then it's chipped out. And puck sent deep for an icing call. Offensive zone face-off coming for the Scouts here with Luke, Carson, Calvin, Owen, and Miles. One to the side by Luke. But Omaha picks it up off the wall here and is playing it out of the zone. Still Still in the zone here. Scouts managed to keep this thing in. Carson picks it up and sends it in deep. Luke's the first one back there. Maybe a little interference call there as the player doesn't go for the puck. He goes right for Luke. Kept in by Miles. It's a nice job. Way to step up and play. Luke drops back to cover. Calvin, soft on the forecheck here, and Omaha is able to break this puck out. Drop pass. Player drops it again. Shoots. It's up in the air, bouncing around, and it looks like it's going to be a goal. Too much time and space in the middle for Omaha as they weave in and out and drop past to each other and get one on net. Looks like this thing may have bounced up and hopped over Kenton and in. 3-1 Omaha, 5:45 left in the second period. We've got Hudson, Pelly, Parker, Hiram, and Nolan in. One back to Hiram, who's going to chip it up the wall. And Hudson Lee pokes it in deep. Parker's in on the forecheck here. Pokes it back in. Nice job here. Pelly's in now. Keeps it in deep. Plays it behind the net, and Hudson Lee's going to have a go. Nice job by the scouts here with an aggressive forecheck. Parker sends it back down to Hudson, but it just slips off of his stick. And Omaha's getting a breakout here. Chips it up the wall and goes wide and beats Nolan. Looking, turning. Parker picks up the puck, skates it out of the zone, plays it up to Hudson. Hudson tries to make a move here over to Pelly. Pelly's got a little time, plays it off of his skate into his stick, turns and looks, tries to send it to the middle, but it's deflected. Back out to the point, and Hiram loses it, and it's out of the zone. Scouts regrouping here. Pelly's got the puck in the neutral zone, is going to try to carry this thing in, poked away. Nolan picks it up and sends it in deep. No scouts on its forecheck, though. Played back up pretty easily by Omaha, and they're out of the zone in a hurry. Omaha settles in here. Poked away by Hiram. Hiram's going to have a chance to beat this guy here along the wall, but angled off. Brianna trying to match speed of the Omaha player here, and he's flying through the zone. Beats two defenders, stops, hits the brakes, sent in, and another shot here goes in. Pretty good individual effort from the Omaha skater there.
That makes me a little nauseous.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh, absolutely.
Need a lot to get this one,
4-1 with 4:11 left here in the second. We've got Brianna, Steven, Kyle, Miles, and Harper. Omaha tries to shoot from his knees, and he gets it deflected. Sent back in deep, but Brianna blocks this thing and chips it out of the zone. Kyle swinging around here trying to put pressure on him. And finally played in by Omaha and then played back out by Steven. Brianna picks it up, sends it up to Kyle, but mishandled. Can't get that in the zone. Stays in the neutral zone. Steven's going to carry this thing in. That was a nice job. Sends it through the middle, but no one's home. Miles thinks he's going to hang back, decides to step up and plays it towards the middle. And Harper's going to be all over this. Sends it over to Miles, but a errant pass gives it right back to Omaha. A little too much time for Omaha to skate through the neutral zone here and decide where they're going to take this puck. Harper plays it up the wall to Kyle. Gets through, and Luke is there. Nope, does not beat an icing call. Thought maybe Harper had the red line on that one, but I guess we're wrong. I could have swore he was closer than that. We've got Owen Hiram on D with Carson, Luke, and Calvin as our forwards. 3:03 left in the second period. Luke wins that faceoff to Calvin, but it jumps off his stick. Sent in. Kenton turns it away. Played back out to Omaha's defense, who sends another puck in, and it floats in from nearly the blue line. Lots of traffic on that side of the ice there. (5-1) Omaha with a center ice faceoff coming here. Luke wins it back to Hiram, who's going to carry this puck into the zone here. And is met by two Omaha defenders very quickly. Chipped out of the zone and picked up by Owen. Turns and looks, hangs on to it wisely, and good forecheck from Omaha coming here. Sent back deep and played into the front of the net, but deflected. Luke picks it up with a little bit of speed here, but it's taken off of his stick immediately. Arm works behind the net as Omaha picks it up, and it's sent in front of the net. Kenton is all over it. Quite a bit of pushing and shoving here as they're trying to get players off of Kenton. Looks like an Omaha forward may have fell on top of him. 2:17 left in the second as Parker, Pelly, and Hudson come on with Harper and Miles. Omaha wins it back and sends it on net, and Kenton covers it up very quickly.
What?
Probably works to get off the stick of that defender, sent back in, and Kenton turns this one away. Parker tries to get up to that defender but can't make it in time, and the puck's sent back on net. Puck below the goal line as Omaha looks to throw it in the center of the net, but it ends up back to the D. Hudson Lee rims it around, and Parker's going to poke it out, but he gets tied up by the Omaha defender. Pelly's going to be here on a forecheck. Working hard, gets it off of his stick, but he still gets it out of the zone. Nice job by the scouts to get that puck out of the zone here. Miles deflects that puck and is going to look to play it through the neutral zone. Puck sent cross ice, and Omaha gets his puck in, but Harper is right there. Picks it up, skates around the net, sends it up the wall. Parker can't handle that pass there. Shot on net by Omaha, and Kenton blocks it. And the rebound is carried around the net and wrapped around for a goal. Minute left here in the second period. We've got Steven, Kyle, Brianna, Hiram, and Nolan. Omaha sends a shot, but it goes wide. Bounces around behind the net. Picked up by Hiram. Turns and plays it up the wall to Brianna, who gets it out of the offensive zone, carries it into the Omaha defensive zone, and is on the forecheck. Omaha turns and looks and breaks his puck out immediately. Center ice pass, deflected away, and they carry it offside. .32 seconds on the clock. Face-off is pushed forward by Omaha. Chipped up the wall to Brianna. Forechecks all over in a hurry. Cross ice pass to Steven, who's got one defender. Does beat him. Going to get a shot here, and it's on net. It goes in. Nice shot as Steven finds the gap in the top right corner there. Hits the bar, and it goes in. Goalie tries to slide and reach that glove out, but can't get there as Steven buries one here. It's going to be a Steven goal with a Brianna assist there, and a little life for the Scouts here. Brianna, she got an assist.
Oh.
Unicorn.
You good.
10 seconds left here in the second, and Stevens got the puck in the neutral zone again with Bree on the other side. Passes it, sends it in, Goalie hits it, but it jumps over his glove. 4 seconds left. Brianna sends it through the middle, no one home there, and that's going to be the end of the second period here. Signs of life from the Scouts at the end of the second period here as the forward line of Steven, Kyle, and Brianna get some pucks into the zone and pucks on net.
Right there. He's going to stop it. As I was told, he had as last week, he played all last week before. Play this weekend. Go home. Go there.
I like the impressive.
That's all right. We'll just need one of those D.
No, play Legos. It's awesome.
The Scouts will look to carry the momentum from the end of the second period here into the third as the puck is dropped. They let Omaha get into the zone here, sent to the middle, shot, but it's not got enough on it to make it to the net. We've got Parker, Hudson, Pelly as forwards with Harper and Miles on defense. Puck is chipped up the wall and out of the zone. Floats around, and Miles is going to pick this up and plays it up the wall to Parker, who tries to handle the puck and gets it knocked off the stick, sends it up to Hudson, but it doesn't have enough on it. Omaha player tries to make a move between his legs here and loses the puck. Sent back to the defender, who sends it back in deep below the goal line. Harper tied up for a second, but wins that puck. Sent up the wall to Parker, but he mishandles that and sent back in. Cross-ice pass, gets it out of the zone. Looks like that puck deflects off the referee, and they're going to get a high sticking penalty on Harper here as he tries to go for a stick lift and accidentally hits the cage of an Omaha player. Goalie's out, and the extra skater comes in. They send it to the middle, passes again, and they tic-tac-toe right down to the wide-open forward who chips it over Kenton's leg pad for another goal.
Let's skate fast. Let's go.
7-2 Omaha with 10:44 left in the third here. We've got Carson, Luke, Calvin, Owen, and Hiram. One back to Carson, who's going to carry that puck, chips it up the wall. Not enough. And send it to the zone by Omaha. Owen goes back to collect it, has a little bit of time here. Trouble pulling it off the wall as Omaha's in on the forecheck. Hiram carries up and sends it to Carson, who cross-ice pass over to Calvin. It does get through and slows down just enough for Calvin to have to stop and try to pick that back up. Poked away by Hiram as Carson sends it back up to Hiram. Carries in wide, deep into the zone, and the defender stands him up. Rimmed around by Omaha, and forward picks it up with a little time here. Sent to the middle, chipped ahead. Luke collects it through the middle, sends a pass over to Calvin. He tries to get it out of the zone. It does skid off the stick of an Omaha player and gets out of the zone. And sent back in deep. Hiram with a little time here. Looks like the Luke goes for a change. The rest of forwards stay. Stevens on here. Hiram stops at the blue line. Looks like a couple scouts may have gone offsides there. And breaks up a play. Omaha forward chips it around Hiram. Able to get there and shoots it right into Kenton. We've got Nolan, Stephen, Brianna as our forwards here with Harper and Miles on D. Rimmed around from Miles over to Harper, who picks up the puck, takes a look, and chips it out of the zone. Hiram in on a forecheck, sent back over to Harper, who sends it over to Miles. And Miles is going to carry that puck up a little bit, tries to send it back into Nolan. Puck's played along the wall, bounces out, takes an Omaha bounce, carried in, shot was going to go over the net. Kenton deflects it even further. Sent back to the D, and they try to send it back into the zone. Steven picks that puck up with a stick check on him. Now probably a hook and shoved into the wall. Looks like we got an arm up for a penalty there. And Steven takes a hard shot.
Good job, buddy. Good job, Steven.
Power play for the Scouts coming here for 1:30. We've got Pelly, Hudson, Parker, Hiram, and Miles.
Yes.
Shot to the wall by Hudson. Parker gets in, puts pressure on that defender. Omaha sends it up and chips it out of the zone.
Get there!
Hudson Lee picks up this puck, sends it back to Hiram, and will send it cross ice over to Parker. Parker will carry it wide, chips it into the zone. All the way around here, looks like it can make it to Hudson, and they'll settle in as Hudson chips it back down to Pelly. Little two-man game coming here, but Omaha pokes it away. Pelly picks it up and chips it up the wall. Miles closes down, and Omaha's going to chip this thing out. Looks like it's going to be icing. Just barely makes it. We do get that icing call.
Go white! Let's go!
44 seconds left on the power play. It's 7-2 with 7:50 left in the third. Omaha wins that faceoff, tries to get it out. Miles is going to skate this up, sends it on net. Can't get any deflections on it. Looks like we got a rebound though, and Pelly gets another goal here. Nice job of the Scouts getting that puck to the front of the net. Should be a Miles assist there off the rebound. Nice job for Pelly to pick that up and put it in the back of the net. Another power play goal for the Scouts.
Need them to commit more penalties.
Yeah, we just need Omaha to commit a bunch of penalties here. Neutral zone face-off here, won by the Scouts and chipped in deep by Hiram, as we've got Carson staying back as a forward, Owen as the other defender, who picks the puck up now, sends it over to Calvin, with Luke being the center here on this line. Owen tries to collect this puck, but it slips between his legs, and the Omaha skater is going to get there first. But Owen gets back, knocks it away, playing a 2-on-1 here, working really hard. Finally, some help comes in. Well, Omaha wins that puck. Plenty of time behind the net. Need to get some pressure on there. Luke goes out there wisely, makes him pass, and it's taken away by Calvin, who tries to chip it up the wall and is not going to make it. Omaha skating through their zone into the neutral zone with speed. Cross ice pass broken up by Miles. And Steven's going to be there with the help. Chips it up the wall. Calvin picks it up. He's got Steven with him. Calvin sends it to Steven. Tries to dangle, but does get it out of the neutral zone. And Owen comes back, plays it around the net. Up the wall to Carson. Tries to chip it out, but the Omaha forward is there to keep it in. Puck battle along the boards here. Puck is moving, so they're going to let it go. Brianna chips it up and away out of the zone, and this thing could be an icing call if it doesn't die down here. Going to be an icing call.
Work on her geometry a little bit. Yeah, that's a bad one.
You're gonna carry it for a little longer too.
We'll go back to look at the protractor out.
Yeah.
Defensive zone faceoff coming for the Scouts here. One back by Omaha, who sends a puck in on net. They let him skate in. It hits off of Kenton, hits a pipe. No one tries to play it out. Held in off the skate of an Omaha player. Miles picks his puck up and picks up speed behind the net. Chips it up the wall. Brianna collects that and gets it out of the zone, but it's right back to Omaha. D-to-D pass here. Omaha looking for that player in the middle. Another D-to-D pass, and they're going to send it across ice and get it in the zone. Strong play from Omaha to get that to the middle there. Sent back to the D and deflected again. Omaha just furiously sending pucks to the center of the ice here. Another one. Rebound. Kenton makes both saves. Omaha, massive pressure here, knocked away by Brianna as the Omaha player tries to make a move. Going to be sent deep in for another icing call.
Usually the icings are at the beginning of the game and then slashing third period. It's just all confusing.
Kenton standing on his head the last shift there, making two saves, two difficult saves. A lot of offensive zone pressure from Omaha. We've got Pelly, Hudson, Parker, Hiram, and Owen. One back to the corner by Hudson. Owen picks it up and chips it out of the zone. Parker in hard on a forecheck here, forces a decision, and Omaha plays it D-to-D twice. But Hudson leads there to force another decision. Puck looked like it may have been carried after the skates, but they're going to call it good onside here for Omaha. Chipped up the wall. Parker pressuring. Dangled, though. Hudson gets a poke on it, and he's going to have a chance to skate up the ice here. No one to beat. Hook, maybe, but buries one. Nice play as Hudson gets that puck up the wall and out of the zone and works really hard to keep that defender on his hip and buries one. 7-4. Omaha up with 4:20 left in the third.
Get in there, Parker, let's go!
Puck one back by Omaha. And sent forward. Owen's going to pick this up. Sends it D-to-D here. Hiram's got the puck. Sends it up the wall, but it's too tough. Too much on it. Omaha chips it into the zone and works to the middle. Beats Kenton, but Kenton's able to get a leg pad and seal off that goalpost with a great save.
Good job, Ken! Good job, Ken!
We'll see that on film this week. Luke, Calvin, Carson, Miles, and Harper in the defensive zone here as Luke is going to pick this thing up and chip it out of the zone. Omaha once again gets it back in a hurry. Dangled, but Harper breaks that up. Sent on net for a rebound that floats in the middle and is knocked in by Omaha. Omaha relentless getting pucks to the front of the net here, producing rebounds, and they're just there to clean that up.
Couldn't get a less violent way of I need my inhaler to touch your hand.
No, he has to be an asshole about it. Miles takes his time here, looking for someone to get open. Finds Harper. Played around the net, but it doesn't make it around the net. It pops right back out near Kenton. Omaha picks it up and looks to play it in. Slap shot sent in front of the net. Kenton turns it away. Carson chips it up. Excuse me. Doesn't make it out of the zone. Now Miles is going to carry this thing out of the zone here. He's got a little bit of space here. Carries into the zone. Tries to chip it forward, but Omaha picks it up. Nice back check from Luke to break that up. Causes Omaha to go offside.
Yeah, Brianna, when she used to use one, move her head like that. So that way she'd be on the bench for at least.
We've got Nolan, Steven, Bree, Hiram, and Owen. Center ice faceoff with 3 minutes left in the third. 8-4 Omaha. As Omaha enters the zone here again. Tries to drop it back to the defender, but it's played away by Nolan. Tries to play it up the center, and it's knocked back in by Omaha. Puck finally exits the zone. But Omaha in control here. Played up the wall. Sent in deep. Owen with a little time here. Turns and looks. Plays it up, and it hops over the skate of the Omaha player and is out of the zone. Brought right back in by Omaha. And brought deep. He's going to work behind the net here. Tries to send it in front, but doesn't get enough on it. Brandon's going to chip that puck up the wall. Puck does escape the zone here as Steven works. Knocked away off of Steven's stick here as he tries to carry through the neutral zone. Omaha player misses the puck here, and Hiram's got a little space here. 3 Omaha players coming after him. Hiram takes it in. Shoots. Goalie makes a good save. And we've got a good forecheck in place here. Cross-ice pass, gets it out of the zone, and Hiram's there. Played back up the wall to Brianna. Brianna turns and looks, sends it cross-ice over to Nolan. Nolan tries to skate through the neutral zone, loses that puck. Cross-ice pass for Omaha, and they're going to send it in to the opposite corner. Make a change. Breakout pass to Hudson, who's going to make a move, beats one defender, and gets this puck into the zone. Sends it in deep. Pelly in on the forecheck, wins that puck back, turns and looks. Now puck battle along the wall here as he tries to find someone to help him. So Parker and Hudson join the party here. Hudson's going to come away with that. Turns and looks, sends it back out to the defense. Owen's going to send that in, but it's deflected. Passed up, and there's a breakaway for an Omaha skater here who is able to walk in and bury this thing. Harper with a good effort there to try and break that up, but the puck's just going to be too far out in front of anyone. 9-4 with 40 seconds left. Luke wins that forward, but Omaha picks it up. Omaha pulls that puck back and drags it. And Kenton's able to glove that one and get it covered. .25 seconds left in the third. Face-off won by Omaha. Sent in, but it's wide. Owen up the wall. Plays that puck up the wall to Calvin. Calvin loses it, but it does come out of the offensive zone. Omaha gets it back in, tries to shoot, and the puck is blocked by Owen. Breakout pass from Luke, but that's going to be the end of the period and the end of the game. The Omaha Black 9 with Kansas City Scouts 4. Signs of life from the Scouts in several moments, mostly in the later half of the game. We'll see if they can come back out and regroup for game 2.